Hello, and welcome back to International History, Chapter 4.2. Okay, we're almost done. We're still talking about China, and this is the fight against communism. Because let me give you guys a little background to remember. So the KMT, the KMT started by Sun Yat-sen. When Sun Yat-sen died, Chiang Kai-shek became the leader, but the KMT was in union with the CCP because it brought them more people, which China was very ununified, so this was a good thing at the time. But 4.2, oops, why does this happen every time? 4.2, I'm gonna pretend like this isn't already circled. We found out Chiang Kai-shek doesn't like communism. He wants to be his own dictator. So Chiang Kai-shek is what's it called? He starts the purification movement, which actually Chiang Kai-shek isn't a dictator. I don't think I know Mao Zedong is. I'll tell you guys about that in a second. The purification movement. So what he did was he gathered everyone that had disagreements with him, that didn't agree with all of his political views, and killed them, all of them. Just he just killed a bunch of people, torture. He got this like famous rebellious gang in like to work for him. Like it was called Green Gang, but like imagine literally a gang is after you. Yeah, it was called the White Terror because well he called it the Purification Movement because it sounds nicer, like oh, purifying them of communism, but no, he just killed a bunch of people basically, which scarily gave him more power um in the KMT because now everyone's terrified of him. uh Now let's talk about this guy, Mao Zedong. Now you guys remember the May the 4th movement. Today's actually May 4th, but that's crazy. You guys, so May the 4th, it's not May the 4th movement. I'm thinking of May the Force be with you. But no, May 4th movement was a bunch of communists rising in China, which is how they became part of the KMT. So one of the leaders in that is the leader of the CCP, and the leader of the CCP is Mao Zedong, and Mao Zedong, um, is mad as frick, because he's killing all his communists, and he's like, why would you do that? And so they're in a war, right? And let me show you guys this. So in the Long March, there was a fight happening here, right? I forgot where that was. There's a fight happening here between the communists and the CCP. What? The communists and the KMT. And the KMT was way stronger, so they were surrounding them on basically everywhere. The CCP had nowhere to go. They surrender, and they just go in a straight line. They just take a year marching straight to Yenin. That's what this Y is for, by the way. It stands for Yenin. So like the CCP's like influence during the Long March, like while they're doing it is they like while they're walking through these towns, they help them for free and blah blah. Basically, since most of the China's population is full of poor people, they help the poor people and things like that, and the poor people help them in return, and so they were able to survive this long march. And we made it all the way to Yenin, but obviously, if they're going in straight line in the middle of the war, they get attacked, and later they split into groups and blah blah. But basically, it was just like a long march for like a year. Let's talk about the. Okay, so the Xiang was Chiang Kai-shek and basically all his little governors. Even though he was the most powerful guy, he was working with other people. All these little guys, they were mad at him for killing a bunch of people. And so they invade his house. They invade his house, take him out, and he's like terrified. He's like, ah, ah. Okay, fine. I'll stop killing the communists. So that's what that is. Nanking Decade. So the Nanking Decade is when the KMT basically goes from like here down south. Oops. They go from here down south to traveling all the way north. They just go this way, this way, this way. Now they still couldn't conquer all of China, but they did help a lot of land. They reform education and health. So they added a bunch of new highways and improved technology, communications, the education was better, they improved the health rates and stuff. Now this sounds good, but it was all in the interest of KMT because highways were just like where they needed them, even though they expanded them. I don't know how to explain it. It's like where they needed them for economic growth. Let's say that. And like the education, while they did expand education to a bunch of people, it was also education being like, Chiang Kai shek is a great guy. We don't like Mao, basically. The whole thing was good though, but they were evil. Don't let that fool you. Anyways, that's it for 4.2, guys. That's really it. It's not that long. You just have to remember this guy's Mao, okay? This guy's Sheng. They don't like each other. Communist, not communist. Kills all the communists. Scared, runs away, and then hides in Yenin and then turns that thing into a whole. Okay, wait. I should probably explain that before you guys go. They turn Yenin into just like, cause Yenin is isolated by mountains. That's what this is. Um, they turn into like this little like communism hideout, and they help the people in the town, and then they slowly expand or whatever. But yeah, we'll talk about that later. Anyways, thank you guys for